so that they will join. Please share the link. We'll share the link. Participants, the number is not increasing. You are not sharing it. Please share the link. Share the link. Share the link. Share the link. Okay, so we are Medtransitions Global. Our aim, our focus is just to make the path smoother. Most of us suffered a little bit because either we didn't know anybody to help us and guide us on this medical journey. You started out and you were confused, but we have people who have been blessed with this vision, with this idea to ease things for us, to make it smoother, to make the journey smoother. Because in this medical career, if you don't have somebody guiding you, you would end up wasting a lot of time doing things that in the end you feel like, nah, maybe I shouldn't have done this at all. But if you have somebody there guiding you, showing you the way, it's going to be very straight and it's going to be easy. And you would not have issues about what to do after school. What am I going to do next? No, that is why we are here. Medtransitions is here to make the transitioning smooth for you, whether you're a house officer, a medical student who just graduated, a house officer, medical officer, a resident. At every level, you would have us here to guide you and to help you. And so we are Medtransitions Global. And so when I say Medtransitions Global, our response is your future, our focus. Yes, your future is our focus. So I can see that more people are joining. It means you are sharing the link. Please share it. Share the link to your friends. If you just joined, kindly share the link. Somebody shared the link to you. That's why you're able to join. So also share it as well. You can share it on your status, on all social media platforms. Please share it so that people will join us and benefit from this session. Very soon we would have a special talk by a special person. He's also a colleague, a senior colleague, yes. And he's going to be talking about a very important topic to most of us. And the title is Your First Salary, Friend or Fool. I'm sure most people are saying, why would my salary be a fool? Yes, because everybody's salary is their friend. Yes. As we were suffering to get our clearance, my batch, we suffered to get our clearance. We were all waiting patiently for the day our salaries would be released to us. So yes, your salary is your friend, but it can also be your fool. So he's going to help us with that. Your first salary, friend or fool. After which we would have a question and answer session. So from whatever he's going to say, if you have questions on it, yes, you can put it on in the chat box. As we go along the program, actually, if you have any questions, just put it in the chat box and we'll do well to respond to them. And then after that, we are going to have presentations from our colleagues from the different health facilities. They are going to have a medicine track and then one for dentist as well, sorry. Yes, so for those doing medicine and for those doing dentistry, we are going to have a session for each of us and it's going to run concurrently. So I would plead with us, if you want to join the medicine track, kindly add an M to your name. M, like the letter M, M for money. Yes, kindly add M to your name so that when it's time, we would be able to divide us into the various rooms. So if you're joining the medicine track, you add an M to your name. And if you are joining the dentistry track, you add a D to your name. Kindly do that for us. Thank you very much. M for those doing medicine and D for those who want to listen to the dentistry presentation. Okay, so we would have doctors from Tamale Teaching Hospital, Rage Hospital, Ho Teaching Hospital, and Ifian Kwanta for those doing medicine. And then for those doing dentistry, We have doctors from Tamale Teaching Hospital, 37 Military Hospital, Ho Teaching Hospital, and Tema General Hospital. So it's going to be a very amazing session. Even though we couldn't cover all the hospitals, but whatever you're going to receive from these people is going to give you a fair idea of how it is everywhere, because there are things that run through all the health facilities. So if you're just joining, please add an M for money, to your name if you want to join the medicine track. And if you want to do dentistry, kindly add a D for dog. Kindly add a D to your name so that when it's time, we'll be able to break you out into the various rooms. Okay. All right. Thank you very, very much. Thank you. And please continue sharing the link. Kindly share the link. And when you share it, kindly inform your friends as well so that when they join, they'll add either an M or a D to their names. M for the medicine track and D for the dental track. M for medicine track, D for dental track. Okay, I see most of us doing that. Thank you so much. Yeah, so our coordinators are just going to break us out into the various rooms when it's time, and that will be after our talk. After the talk, then we will break out into the various rooms. So it will be automated. Kindly add an M or a D to your name, depending on the track you want to join. M for medicine, D for dentistry. M for medicine, D for dentistry. All right. Thank you so, so much. So we are preparing to receive a special talk from a special somebody. Yes, our senior colleague. He has done a lot. Yes, he has done a lot. So we'll be receiving a presentation from a senior colleague, as I said. He's a medical doctor. He's the medical director of Madonna Clinic. He's the CEO of Mitral Ventures. I'm sure most of you have heard about it. Mitral Ventures and Trucks Apparel, trailblazing brands in hospital wear. I saw most of my colleagues buying from that brand. Yeah, it's known. He's also the CEO of Mitral Health, which is a progressive clinic specializing in personalized healthcare services designed to meet the unique needs of individuals, families, and corporate clients. He is the co-director of Mitral Foundation, which champions transformative charitable initiatives. He is also the host of Tea and Talk, a vibrant platform for young minds to engage with pressing societal issues and bold ideas. I nearly said people of God. I'm so sorry. Yes. My fellow colleagues, he is most importantly a husband. Yes, he's married. He's happily married. Yeah. So this is the special somebody we are going to be receiving our special talk from. Before he joins, before he speaks, he's already here. He joined way ahead of time. Yes, very time conscious. Please, if you're just joining, kindly add an M or a D to your name. Very soon, we'll be breaking out into the different platforms for our hospital roundtable. M for those who want to listen to the medicine presentation, and D for those who want to listen to the dentistry presentation. So kindly add an M for money, or D for dog, dentistry. Yeah, so D for dentistry. Those who want to listen to the dentistry presentation, kindly add a D to your name. Thank you so much. And kindly share the link as well. Yes, so as I said, this special somebody is ready to bless us. Yes, the topic is your first salary, friend or foe. Your first salary, friend or foe. Please, with a resounding round of applause. I know I won't hear it, but I can see it. You can use the reactions button. Yes. I want to see it before I even mention his name. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I can see it, yes. With a resounding round of applause, please let's welcome Dr. Bismarck Edu Apia, CEO of Mitral Ventures and Trucks Way Apparel. Dr. Besma, please, we are ready for you.
Hello, guys. Thank you, Dr. Mensah. Please, can you hear me?
Yes, please, loud and clear.
Hello. It's clear. Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you guys for giving me this opportunity to speak to you today. I'm actually very honored to be able to share the little bit that I know to young and vibrant doctors who are ready to come into the world and save lives. Firstly, I want to really congratulate you for finishing school. I know it's not easy. The journey was quite long and tough. Yeah, but you've managed to come through, and then you are all doctors. So congratulations and welcome to the family. It's a very wonderful family. I remember before I came into medical school, I used to admire them so much. I When I finished high school, I used to always pass through Konfanoche to go to town. And then whenever I saw doctors or health workers in general, I was like, oh, one day I'm going to be part of them. So this is the time. You are all welcome to your life as a doctor. Thank you so much. So in some few minutes, I am going to, Dr. Mensah, I can share my screen, right?
Yes, please.
Okay. So in a few minutes, we are going to discuss something very, very important uh, about finances and us being doctors. Okay, which is very, very important. Very, very, very important. Uh, just a minute. I'm trying to share my screen. I think it's working. Can you guys see my screen, please?
Yes, please, we can see it.
So you can see it, right?
Yes, please.
Good, good, good. Okay, okay. Thank you so much. So, what we are going to talk about today, the topic is really interesting. It says your first salary, friend or foe. So, it's going to be a small talk about money, entrepreneurship, investments, money, money, money. We all love money. I'm sure all of us love money. That's what we're going to talk about. Okay. So, yes, at the end of the talk, we'll know whether our first salary is indeed our friend or foe. I know many of us think money can never be a foe to us. Once it's our money, it's my money. But let's see, at the end of the talk, we'll see what the data actually says. So it's going to be about entrepreneurship, it's going to be about finance management. We'll talk a little bit about investment as well, and then some financial tips. Okay, so if you are ready, let's just go straight into the presentation. I expect that these are the learning outcomes we will be able to obtain in these few minutes that we are going to discuss. Something about entrepreneurship, as I said, and then money management, and then setting up also very good financial goals as doctors. First, let's talk about some myths about doctors concerning money. Some myths. I think most of you have already started experiencing the fact that people think that you are rich once you become a doctor. I remember the first time I finished house job, I went to my church and they were running a fundraising campaign. I think it was just a specific fundraising. They were trying to get 200 bags of cement. Okay. So what was happening was you just get up and then you pledge the number of cement bags you can give. People will get up and they will say, "Oh, I can do two bags. I can do one bag," and then people will clap. One said, "Oh, he's a doctor, 50 bucks." It's like, that's 50 bucks. I literally just finished. I've not even been paid. So basically, that's what people think about you. They think that you are rich once you're a doctor. Another myth is that we sometimes think that once the first salary comes, it will solve most of our problems. I'm sure many of you have heard of, they call it bulk salary. Oh, about 5, 6 months salary. It will hit your account will be so fat, and then it will solve most of the problems you are probably going through now. Yes. Another myth is, oh, doctors, yeah, we are really concerned about saving patients' lives. No, we are the creme de la creme. We are working on important things. Business is not really about doctors. Doctors are not really into business. We are doing the world rounds and doing all those things. So that's also one of the myths that is going around. Another one, which is also very, very important to note, is that doctors find it very difficult to talk about money. Mm. Even amongst themselves, they are always hiding information about money. Mhm. This is also one of the myths that talking about money is unprofessional. But I tell you, all these are myths. So it means that these things are not as they seem. Okay. So let's go to what the reality is. What the reality is that for 6 months or more, you may not be paid. See, I'm struggling to use the word may. I wanted to use the definitive word you will not be paid, but who knows, maybe things might change. But for 6 or more months, you will not be paid when you start working as a doctor. So all the excitement about working as a doctor may be short-lived when you have some financial frustration, which is the reality that you may face. Another thing is burnout. Yesterday, I think I joined the session and then you realize that as a house officer, there are so many tasks on you. And sometimes it may lead to burnout. You easily be tired. And imagine being tired, going home hungry, and then not having money in your pockets. That's the reality. The fourth reality that I love so much is called adulting. You know, most of us we talk about adulting when we are in school, but the real adulting is when you are making all the decisions for yourself. In fact, making decisions for patients is on another level. And then you also start to make decisions for yourself in terms of everything. When you're a student, there's some level of comfort you enjoy from parents. There's some level of interference you enjoy from parents. They may help you with some decisions. But when you're an adult, which is when you are called a doctor, adulting sets in. The other thing is the reality of having the sense to plan for the future. So it will come. You would realize that, I think I'm old. I may have to start planning for the future. So the previous slide was the myth, but this is the reality. This is what you'll be facing as doctors, which is very, very, very important. So I expect that you master these things and find ways to solve it. We'll go through how to survive this reality. Now, in order to survive this reality, you may enjoy some of these things. The first one is allowances from parents. Actually, when I was preparing this presentation, I just decided to think through when I started work as a house officer and then I wasn't paid. I was struggling to remember where my money was from. It was not so much from number one, but I know some of you may have uh, may have allowances coming from home because your parents would know that you are not being paid. So that is one of the ways you could survive. Another way is savings. Probably you have some savings. Maybe you have savings from your family for you, or personally you saved a lot throughout medical school. So you may have some savings that you can survive on for the reality checks that we just discussed. The other thing which most of you can do, which will be the mainstay of today's presentation, is side gigs or entrepreneurial opportunities. Personally, for me, the reason why I've made that bigger is that was how I survived. That was how I survived. So it is possible to live the reality through these things that I've listed. It's not exhaustive. There are different ways you could survive. There are different ways you could survive. But this is how you may survive. So let's take time and then start the survival journey from here. Okay. Yes. So now, what do you do now? Now that you are house officers to be and you've not started with, what do you do now? Most of the time, the problem with doctors and the problem with medical students, or the problem with us, we call ourselves creme de la creme. We are the best students in high school. The problem is that we don't have information about money. Our mentality about money is so different. Our mentality about money is so different. Sometimes we think that automatically we should know how to deal with money. But in fact, throughout the 6 years of medical school, There is no money education. The funny thing is, there are some other courses around campus that has some bit of economics. So it exposes most of the other students to money, the habits of money, money as a commodity, how money behaves. But most of the time, we know nothing about these. If there was something like the biology of money, that may be what we would have known, but there's nothing like that. So we don't know anything. Don't know anything about money. So the first thing you can do even now is to change your mentality about money. And that is a conscious effort. You need to make sure you find a way to change your mentality about money. So I suggest that one, you read books. There are lots of books about money. Medical students, I know we know how to read. We even know how to cram. You can cram some of these books. They have wonderful quotes, wonderful plans about money. Please read books about money. You can listen to podcasts. I have this podcast I listen to every morning when I'm going to work. They have bi-weekly episodes. I listen to them every morning when I'm going to work. It's about money. So you realize that the fact that you know biology, you know how to save people, does not mean that you know how to deal with money. And if you want to have money, you should learn about money. So YouTube videos, podcasts, books, listen to people who have made it in life about money, and then you change your mentality about money because that is the basics of everything about money. The next thing is to also have a plan about money. Now, when you have knowledge about money, you can write out a plan. Please note that I use the word write out a plan. Most of the times, when you have an idea of a plan and you put it down, then you have an actionable event to do. Okay. So have a plan about money, write it down. And then you can know that you'll be able to when you're able to do this, then that is where the journey begins. Okay. So I will take the next 5 minutes to explain and then touch a little bit more on entrepreneurship, which is one of the ways that you can survive all the reality checks that we discussed. Now, this quote is important to me. It says the best way something is to. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, please, we can hear you.
Hello, can you guys hear me?
Yes, please, we can hear you.
Okay, okay. So this quote says the best way to predict the future is to create it. So if you want something for yourself, the best way to do it is to create it. That is why I love entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship gives you the opportunity to do or become whatever you want to become. It just means starting a venture with the aim of an economic gain. So that's entrepreneurship. What are some of the benefits from entrepreneurship? I mean, why are we not so focused on our parents giving us allowances? Or why are we not so focused on us just surviving on our savings? Because there are benefits to entrepreneurship. The first benefits that we probably all know is that it may most of the time come with some financial rewards. The second thing is you would see that your economic journey is quite long. It's not only about your medical journey or like your life as a doctor. A lot of things make up your economic journey in life. And if you're able to do entrepreneurship really well, it can give you flexibility, if not now, later in life. The third thing is that there's so much personal growth in the journey of entrepreneurship. The things that you learn in entrepreneurship can shape different aspects of your life, not even only about business, but even about relationships with people, how to deal with, if you deal with customers really well, you would know how to deal even in your relationship, as in your romantic relationship. There's so much personal growth because you read, you learn, you gain knowledge. That is one of the benefits of pursuing the pathway of entrepreneurship. The next thing is you'll be able to create jobs, possibly. You'll be able to help people. The whole mantra of medicine is to help people. Imagine helping people so that they can be also economically free to pursue healthcare. So that's one of the benefits of entrepreneurship. The fifth one, which is what I really love most, is the fun and passion that comes with entrepreneurship. You can have so much fun. See, you can have so much fun with entrepreneurship because it's such a fluid venture, such that there are so many things to do and there's so many different things to explore. So those are the benefits of entrepreneurship. Now let's dive into the whole entrepreneurship journey. People say, I'm a doctor. I mean, I won't have time. I won't have time to be able to set up a business or set up a small venture or find a side gig. You know, most of us know this quote. We always say, Jack of all trade, master of none. But now I wish most of you can Google the full meaning of that quote, or the full quote. It doesn't end at Jack of all trade, master of none. There is something, the full quote has more. I mean, I will leave it to you to Google when you are asking questions. Someone may tell me the full quote, yes. But all that I'm trying to say is that you are cut out for more, not only medicine. Most of the time, our curriculum in life, especially here in Ghana, is such that we keep on specializing, or we are skewing ourselves towards a particular thing. So you go to JSS and then you go to high school to read a particular course, whether science or art or business. So you are stuck there. Then you go into the university and you read a certain aspect of the science. So you come out thinking that you were cut out to do that. But the brain and then the human being can do more than that. If you've heard of Da Vinci, Da Vinci was an artist, he was a doctor, he was an engineer, and he excelled in all those things. If we were told when we were growing up that we could explore many things, we would have. But because we were learning to skew ourselves towards just a particular goal, sometimes we may think that we will not be able to do other things. So we will be able to do other things. So that's the disclaimer that it is possible to be an entrepreneur and a doctor. How do you go through the process of entrepreneurship? It's very simple. These things on the screen, it is as basic as it can get. The first thing is you have to have an idea or find a problem. And I can tell you there are so many problems around. Hmm? See, some of you didn't even think that Medtransition didn't think about the problem Medtransition was solving. But immediately Medtransition comes into play, you realize that this was a big problem that everybody is facing. There's so many problems around. And then once you're able to identify a problem and you come out with a solution, you can monetize any problem into a venture. So that is the first thing. You find an idea, try to find a solution. Usually the solution will come with a product or a service. And then once you are given a product or a service, you can definitely find a way to monetize. I'm saying these things so basic. We've been organizing some training sessions for some people, and then it's like an incubator, and we help them to come up with ideas and problems. And then within a space of a week, we're able to develop an idea, a solution, find a product or a service, and then find a way to monetize it. So I'm saying that it is very possible. And most of you by now are thinking about problems that you can be able to solve. Okay. Yes. One thing about entrepreneurship is that you may not even be the one who does everything. You can be the one who come up with the idea. You can be the one who works on the solution. So all that I'm getting at is collaboration. Collaboration sometimes is also very integral and important in entrepreneurship. So let's move forward fast because our time is fast spent. I want to give you some lessons from my entrepreneurial journey. Okay. The first thing is for me, I decided to explore. When I had one idea and then I made it into a business, it gave me the confidence to explore and find more problems. Every time I say that, you may not even be sure, or you may not even know that you were interested in agriculture until one day you use your leisure to cultivate a small garden. So all that I tell my friends is every year have a plan. Try and do new things in your life that you've never done before. Just try it for fun. You may not even know that you would have been the best person playing tennis, but if you don't try, you will never know. So explore different fields. The next thing is make sure if you love something, you want to turn it into a business, you research about it. Good research can save you a lot of time. The next thing, which is very, very important, is to start small. Okay. If you don't get anything from this talk, listen to starting small on entrepreneurial journeys. All you need to do is to even win your first customer. It doesn't even matter you trying to see how big the company is. Find a minimum viable product. We'll talk about that later when we have time. But all you need to do is to make a leap and start small. That's it. Okay. The next thing is you have to find a way to dedicate time, which is possible, as I've already said, that if you are not cut out only for medicine, you can dedicate time for your entrepreneurial journey. The other thing is collaborate. There are some ideas that you would need to bring people on board. Forming healthy collaborations can make you blow up on your entrepreneurial journeys. Okay. So that is some of the lessons that I have for you concerning my entrepreneurial journey. Now, let's say now after 6 months, your paycheck is in, or your entrepreneurial business or venture has hit, and now you have money. Yay, hooray, the salary has dropped. Now, let's go to salary traps that I actually fell into. Some of these traps I fell into myself. Okay. So after 6 months, you'll be there and then your account starts rumbling and then money hits your account and you're so happy. If you don't take care, you will fall into some of these salary traps. The first thing is lifestyle inflation. You used to go to the market to buy groceries and come and cook good meals. But immediately the salary hits your account, you are always ordering out. You've changed your lifestyle. Maybe someone says maybe that was his lifestyle before. Yeah, but if you make significant changes on your spending when salary drops, you get into this cage this guy is trying to run into. The next thing is emotional or celebration spending. Oh, this thing hits me. Let me give you a small quick example. There was this watch seller in front of Confanoche. When we're doing a house job for about 6 months, we're not paid. I remember one evening, we're just sitting there discussing our salary, and then one guy was like, the day our salary drops, I'll go to this watch seller, and then I'll make sure there are so many people standing around the watch, and I'll say, pardon me, I'm going to use tree. If anyone does not understand tree, just pardon me for this. I just want to quote what the guy says. He says, I will say, Mame Mekacho, Mame Wache, Mame Gari, Mame Salad, Mame Kahu, Mame. He mentions almost everything there and then pauses for about 3 seconds and say, Mame Nijina 5 million. I know some of you are smiling and laughing, but this is emotional or celebration spending. It's okay if you have a treat or something, but if you make a significant financial decision because of emotions, when your salary hits your account, you'll get into the cage. If you don't have all those financial mentality and all those things we spoke about earlier, and you don't make a budget and a plan, your salary will be a fool for you. It will be how you will not become financially sound, even though you have money. You will cultivate the habit of spending that you cannot stop. So budget and planning is good. Also, the salary may give you an illusionary financial stability. Once the 50K also hits your account, you'll be on top of the world. You will see that, oh, I think I remember we used to tell ourselves, oh, so if the 50K is then we spend like 10K cry every month, another 10K will will add up. Oh, and then you think you are financially stable. You will see Pepe when you realize that that money is not enough for what the future has in store for you. Okay. So another thing is you may fail to plan for the future, which is very necessary that you do. So these are some of the salary traps that people fall into. And I want to quickly move on to what you can do to help. So now let's talk a bit about when you have the money, what do? You have to budget. All these things, I expect that by then you would have cultivated good habits, you would have read financial books, you would have educated yourself so much on money that you would know how to budget. There are different budgeting styles. You have to look at what helps you and what works best for you. But it is important that you have a budgeting style that you follow. Personally, I have an Excel sheet, and once my salary hits the account, I put everything at where it's supposed to be. I have about 3 to 4 bank accounts. I push monies to where they are supposed to be based on my budgeting style. There's so many different budgeting styles, and you can read and you can watch and you can listen to people and then find out what works best for you. And people divide it into fixed or variables, things that they can do. For me, I have a baseline expenses that I put things in. Fuel, groceries, spouse allowance, yes, boyfriend and girlfriend allowance. You can give some self-care, repair, lots of things. But the catch is you have to have a system of budgeting that will make sure that you keep that money so that that money becomes a friend, not a foe. I tell you, when the whole feeling of you had money, but you don't know how that money left you comes to your mind, you would see that the money has become a foe instead of a friend. Okay. The other thing is there are different tips about saving. So you can read about that. But the most important thing that I want you to get from this slide is that you have to automate your savings. Don't tell yourself that you'll be able to take the money and put it somewhere to save. There are different ways to automate. You can talk to your banks, you can talk to your financial institutions to help you automate your savings and investments so that you don't touch them. That's how you become financially stable. Okay. The last thing that I want to talk about is investment. Many doctors don't do investments, mostly because they don't even have information about investment. They are not financially educated. Okay. If you have time, talk to your bank about investment opportunities. Most of the banks have bonds, they have different ones. Talk to them. Another good people to talk to are also the insurance companies, Glyco, Prudential Life. They have different investment opportunities. The other thing that people also don't know is about shares. Okay, you can read about shares and stocks. You can buy shares from companies that are doing well, like MTN, like Coca-Cola. There's so many different investment opportunities. So if you have a very good budgeting document, you can push some of the money into investments, and then you'll be safe, and then you'll be good. Okay. The last thing, as part of the investments, are what I call setting financial goals. Sometimes you may have a short-term goal to achieve something. For example, you want to buy a car, you want to do something. Don't just have the idea. All that I do most of the time is to put an actionable goal on paper, measurable, attainable, and relevant goals financially with a time so that you'll be able to achieve them. So in your budget, you could say, okay, because I have a financial goal for next year, I'm setting up, let's say, 5% onto my financial goal. These are the ways that you become financially stable. Okay. So I will end here. I think my slides are done. And then I will invite you guys for questions. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Dr. Bismarck. Thank you. Thank you so much. I believe we've all learned a lot from the presentation. Yeah, I personally have learned a few things about money. If you want to make money, if you want money, you have to learn about money. Yes, you have to learn about money. So please, if you have any questions, our time is limited. But if you have any questions, kindly put them in the chat box. But while you were presenting, we had a question, and yeah. Yes, so the person is asking, I think Dr. Mamiesi, asking, can you please share specific helpful books, podcasts, or resources about money that were helpful to you, Dr. Bismarck?
Yes, yes. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, please, we can hear you.
Yes. The first book that's sorry, the first book that I will recommend for all of you, if you don't read any book, please read The Psychology of Money. If you don't read any book, please read The Psychology of Money. That's the first one. The second one is called The Richest Man in Babylon. You can read that one as well. And then for general building of habits, Atomic Habits is one of the best books you can read. It can help you build habits anywhere in your finances, in your relationship, in your daily routines. You can add Atomic Habits. But if you don't read anything, please read The Psychology of Money. You can add The Richest Man in Babylon. You can add Atomic Habits. Yes.
Okay, thank you very much. And another question, person is saying, can you talk about entrepreneurial ventures that doctors, especially house officers, can get into, considering the workload that comes with being a first-year house officer?
Okay. Okay. So see, when I was doing house job, one of the problems that so when you are doing house job, you are mostly stationed in the hospital. Okay. So you can look at ventures that can serve people in the hospital. You can look at becoming the middle person of several ventures rather than being the main person because you may not have time. When I was in Confanoche, I remember one of the issues people faced was food. Okay. Like they people had issues trying to get food from places. So I was thinking, what if I partner with like several restaurants such that I will be able to take people's orders. I can get like another person, like a high school person who is done. Every morning, I can have a simple platform. It could be WhatsApp, it could be any form of platform that takes people's orders for their lunch, no matter where it is. And then you can get these lunch in. You can have such a collaboration with restaurants. That's one. So I'm just giving an example of having a service business that is around where you work if you wouldn't get the time and you're always stationed in the hospital. Okay, that's one of them. Another thing is sales. Sales is one of the best business to start as a young person. Okay. And the thing is, you don't need to be the one who does the sales. All you need to be is the person who gives the avenue for the sales to be done. There are a lot of people who get very basic things from China to sell. They are very, very cheap. For example, a friend of mine started getting blotting paper, the blotting paper that they use for their face when they are doing makeup. These blotting papers are very, very cheap. She gets them in bulk and then she sells them to friends at a cheaper rate than what they will get from outside. If you don't have any idea, just look at something about sales that you can easily do. You don't need to be the manufacturer. You don't need to be the one who, all you need to do is to get the customers. People will bring them to you to sell. In fact, one of my nurses does sales. She doesn't even see the product. Hmm? She has a shop, a friend's shop where she hosts the product, and riders are just taking the products to people, and she's just making profit. So sales and then service for people around you. That's some examples that I can give.
Okay, thank you very much. And please, the last question, I think follow up on the first one. She wants to know about the podcasts. Any suggestions?
Oh, okay, okay. So for the podcast, there, if you on Spotify, there's this podcast that's called "How I Built This." How I Built This. It's a guy who interviews people who have built companies or have built small ventures or businesses. It's very, very educative. You learn about the whole journey of entrepreneurship. How I Built This is one of the nice podcasts you can listen to. That's one of the podcasts. There are other ones I probably later share to the page and then where you can find them as well.
Okay, thank you so, so much. Thank you. I believe we've all learned so much from the questions and from the whole presentation. Please There's this tree, is it an adage or what's that? Sika emoja. And because you deal with blood, you think you can't deal with money. Please, I beg. Learn about money. If you want to make money, learn about money. Learn about money. You have to start now so that it will be smoother for you as you go along. And you realize when the salary comes that the salary is actually not enough. Yeah, you need more money. And you can't wait till the end of the month, always looking for it till the end of the month to receive your pay, which may even delay. So please, it is best to invest in these ventures. Thank you so much, Dr. Bismarck. As I said earlier, he is the, for those who couldn't join earlier, he is a medical doctor. He's the medical director of Madonna Clinic, the CEO of Mitral Ventures and Trucks Apparel. He's the CEO of Mitral Health, which is a progressive clinic specializing in personalized healthcare services designed to meet the unique needs of individuals, families, and corporate clients. He's also the co-director of Mitral Foundation. He's the host of Tea and Talk, which is a vibrant platform for young minds to engage with pressing societal issues and bold ideas. And most importantly,
Thank you
he's
very
married. Yes. Thank you so
And I
much,
also take
Dr.
this platform to invite you to tea and talk. If you're in Kumasi every Sunday evening on campus at Los Barbados, we have this open discussion about various topics in life. Sometimes it's finances, sometimes it's relationship, it's anything. We do this every Sunday evening, free food, free drinks. You just come, you sit, relax, and enjoy a very wonderful talk for just about an hour. So you're all invited. Thank you very much so much for Dr. Mensa
Thank
for the
you.
opportunity.
Thank you so much. So he said Los Barbados is, I think, on the Mango Road, KNUST. Yeah, so please let's do all to join. There's free food though. If not for anything, go for the free food and drinks. Yeah, so next we are going to have our hospital roundtable. Our speakers are ready, and I think very soon they will break us out into our various groups. For those who want to join the medicine track, you add an M to your name. And for those who want to do dentistry, you add a D to your name. The presentations are going to run concurrently or simultaneously. So we'll be put into two different rooms. Then after that, we'll all come back together for the rest of the program. So please, if you have not done that yet, kindly add an M for money, to your name if you want to join the medicine track, and D for those who want to join the dentistry track. Okay, so please let's do that right now as we break into the various rooms. Thank you. Right, so for the medicine track, our presenters, we have Dr. Vincent Ayisu Jr. from Tamale Teaching Hospital. We have Dr. Anthony Kwame Enemil from Ridge Hospital or Accra Regional Hospital. We have Dr. Chelsea Isel Okine from Ho Teaching Hospital. We have Dr. Loretta Kumi from Ifian Kwanta Hospital. So that's for those who will be presenting for the medicine track. And for the dentistry track, we have Dr. Ubeita Umayoza from Tamale Teaching Hospital, Dr. David Yao Edu Arthur from 37 Military Hospital. We have Dr. Kwabena Ej Bando from Ho Teaching Hospital, and we have Dr. Yvonne Sabeiku from Tema General Hospital. So these are our presenters. We'll be joining our various rooms shortly. So our presenter has to join an equally important meeting, and so he would like to take leave of us. Please let's put our hands together once again for Dr. Bismarck Edu Apia. Thank you so much for your presentation. We learned so much. Thank you.
Thank you guys too, and then I wish you all the best.
Thank you. Okay, so I think the sorting is still being done. If you want to do dentistry, kindly add a D to your name. And for those who want to do medicine, kindly add an M to your name. Okay, so I think we'll get right into it. I believe most of us here right now are those doing medicine. Yes, and our medicine speakers are ready. So we would start with the medicine. So our first speaker is from Tamale Teaching Hospital, as I said earlier. He will introduce himself. He's Dr. Vincent Ayusi Jr. He's, doc- he's Dr. Vincent Ayusi Jr. from Tamale Teaching Hospital. He's going to tell us about the experience there and some lessons for us to note. Yes. So please, Dr. Vincent. Hello. Hello, Dr. Vincent.
Hello, Dr. Alicia.
Yes, please, we are ready for you.
Okay, sorry. Good evening, everyone, and welcome once again to day 2 of Medtransitions JHO Summit 2025. I want to extend a heartfelt congratulations to our newly qualified doctors. We are happy to have you as fellow colleagues in this noble profession. My name is Dr. Vincent Aisu Jr. I attended KNUST School of Medicine. I'm a first-year house officer at Tamale Teaching Hospital, and it's an honor to be part of the speakers for this program. And I hope at the end of the presentation, we would all have quite the insights into housemanship at Tamale Teaching Hospital and a good insight into house job in general. So to go straight into it, I'm going to start by giving a brief overview of the hospital, its location and structural rotations. So Tamale Teaching Hospital was commissioned in 1974 as a regional hospital and upgraded to a teaching hospital in 2009. It is an 812-bed capacity hospital located in the Tamale metropolis in the northern region of Ghana. and it serves the northern, upper east, and west regions, along with some parts of Burkina Faso. So it's a major referral center as well. And it's located along a highway in the middle of the metropolis, which makes it very accessible to the general public. So going to the structure of rotations, Tamale Teaching Hospital offers rotations in internal medicine, obstetrics and gynecology, surgery, pediatrics, and emergency medicine. So I'll start with the structure of internal medicine. For internal medicine, the house officers are going to be divided into 3 floors. So medical 1, medical 2, and medical 3. And each floor has a specialist or 2. There's residents and there's medical officers.
I think our speaker is having some technical issues, but while we wait, please just to make sure you're in the right room. This is for the medicine track. If you want to join the dentistry track, kindly add a D to your name so that we can add you to the dentistry track. Thank you very much. Okay, so for the sake of time, we would move to our next speaker. When our speaker joins, he will continue from where he left off. Right, so I would invite Dr. Chelsea Iselokine from Ho Teaching Hospital. Dr. Chelsea, please, are you here with us?
Right. If you are just joining us, we are having the breakout session for the medicine and dental tracks. To help us know which track you'll be joining, kindly rename and add an M, letter M or D to your name so that we know what track to add you to. For those who have just joined us, that's what's going on now. We are having our breakout sessions. And so if you want to join the medicine track, just add M to your name so that we can identify you and send you to the respective track. If you are going to join the dental track, kindly add a D to your name, and then let's send you to the dental track. Right, thank you. Currently having a breakout session. I can see a couple of us here, but I don't see you adding any letter to your name, so I am unable to assign you to a breakout room. So please, if you want to join any of the breakout rooms, for the medicine track, kindly add M to your name. And for the dental track, kindly add a D to your name. Audrey, Emmanuel Edujemfe, Godfred, Owusu, Patrick Brichun, Patrick Doe, Theodora, and Yasmin. If you can hear me, kindly add a D or M to your name so that I can assign you to your breakout room. I'm still waiting on you. Those of us here, if you want to join the medicine track, kindly add M to your name. If you want to join the dental track, kindly add a D to your name so that I can assign you to the breakout room. There is no session currently happening where you are. All the sessions are ongoing at the medicine and dental tracks. So kindly add letter M to your name for the medicine track so that I can assign you, or letter D to your name for the dental track. Thank you. For those of us here, once again, we are having a breakout session, 2 tracks ongoing, medicine and dental track. So for Daniel, Emmanuel, kindly add M or D to your name so that I know which of the tracks to assign you to, whether the medicine track or the dental track. For all of us here, the breakout session is ongoing and we have speakers from various hospitals talking about what to expect in those hospitals for the medicine and dental track. So if you want to join the breakout session, kindly add M or D to your name. Daniel, David, Emanuela, Patrick, and Yasmin. You are the only ones left to be assigned. So kindly add M or D. Let me do that ASAP. Thank you. Hello, Daniel. I've seen MOD. What does that mean? Is that the medicine track or the dental track? You just joined us. Kindly read the chat box. Okay, Samuel, welcome. There's an ongoing breakout session for Samuel Chairman. We are currently having a breakout session. We have two tracks, medicine and dental track. And kindly indicate with an M or D which track you want to join so that I can assign you.
Hello. Please, can I continue?
I didn't want to look at the picture. In the picture, it looks like the tibia plus local picture.
Please,
And
should
so
I continue?
Yes, please. You can continue.
Okay, thank you. What was I? I was talking about the emergency duties. So I was saying that for the emergency duty, both holidays and then the weekends run by house officers. So just imagine during our shortage, there was a lot of stress on house officers. That was when we also fought with the medical director to help us with the business. So they introduced a lot of PAs to help stabilize the workload. So generally we don't have official off days. We don't have off days. I don't know whether there is something like internal arrangements within departments, but I know for Efian Kwanta, you come Monday to Sunday, Sunday to another Sunday. You come, nothing like that. I can say that for all departments, they also run the cover shift. So cover 9 shifts. So let me just say, for example, pediatrics. Pedics in Efian Kwanta, you come to work 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. You close at 2 p.m. The cover doctor continues from 2 p.m. to the next day 8 a.m. That's his or her review, goes home. Surgery, you come 8 a.m. No, in fact, you come 7 a.m. You close around 5 p.m. Cover doctor starts from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. The 8 p.m. is sometimes a joke because you start 5 p.m. and there's a possibility that you close around 11, 1 a.m. depending on what cases you see during your cover. Internal medicine, I learned also do the shifts, the cover shift, cover and night shift. So you do the normal 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. 2 p.m. to 8 p.m. is run by the cover doctor. 8 p.m. to the next morning is run by the night doctor. Everything is run by a chief house officer in the department itself. One thing too, all departments do presentation. They all do their presentation in their own department. But on Mondays, that every 2 weeks Mondays, we have like this common presentation from different departments or from like some pharmaceutical companies. Yeah, they do come Mondays, come and do that. For the hands-on, I'll say if you are talking about surgery department or the surgical department, hands-on, we'll say ONG, very good. ONG is very good. Surgery, not that good. Orthopedics, I learned how to do certain things. You learn how to do your suturing, but when you start general surgery, no, you will know how to manage the patient pre-operatively, post-operatively, but intra-operatively, you are mostly assistant. Even if you were to hold the necks of your surgeons that you want to learn how to do it, they might not teach you. So I will tell you that for a fact. For the working conditions in Efian Kwanta, allowances. For allowances, we do not have allowance. Prior to me coming to Efian Kwanta, I spoke to one of my seniors, right? We came from the same school. And he said that they were receiving allowance, like they had to fight for their allowance, and they only received it for 1 month, 300 cedis. Now, when you ask them, they'll tell you that they're using your allowance to go and buy gloves and stuff. And even with the gloves, you don't even get. You have to hold some of them their necks before you get your gloves and cotton wool and stuff. So, but the only thing that started last 2 months was the food coupons. They'll give you coupons for, like, depending on the number of days in the month. So 30 coupons, 31
Hello.
coupons. Hello?
Sorry that there are break rooms available. So if you could kindly join the various break rooms, whether dentistry or medicine, kindly join it.
How do I join?
The break room. So if you look to the topmost corner on your left, there's breakout the breakout room, then you join medicine if you are doing medicine, or dentistry if you are doing dentistry. So please let's join the various breakout rooms. Thank you. Top left corner.
Okay, my interface is different though. I'm only seeing meeting, finish in command screen and meeting. That's all I'm seeing. There is
Wow.
nothing else I'm seeing on my top left.
Coordinator, please, can you kindly add her to the medicine group? Because I think most people are waiting there. Please, if you are here, kindly join the various breakout rooms, whether dentistry or medicine. Thank you. Yeah, hello. Yes, so I was saying you should help us follow us on the various social media platforms on X and on Instagram. It's Medtransitions Global, and on LinkedIn as well, Medtransitions Global. And to bring this program to you, it involves some financial investments, paying for Zoom subscription, media, the flyers, and all that. So please, if you love what we are doing, kindly support us in kind and in cash, mostly in cash though. Yes. To our mobile money number, I would spell it out. So if coordinator, you can project the flyer so that they can support us. So the number is 024 052 6667. 024 052 6667. The name is Benis Ajuman Prempe, and kindly reference it as Medtransitions. So please donate to support this program and future events that we are going to have as well. We are not done. Tomorrow, God willing, we would be continuing with the program, and we really need your help, or we need your support financially. Yes, so any amount at all, there's no amount too little to support the program. Yes, so tomorrow, God willing, we'll continue with the hospital roundtable: Kolebu Teaching Hospital, Confanoche, Cape Coast Teaching Hospital, Eastern Regional Hospital, and Sunyani Teaching Hospital. You don't want to miss it. Yeah, so please, do we have any more my coordinators? Anything more for our people? If not, we'll take our closing remarks from Dr. Bridget Ofori. Dr. Bridget Ofori.
Hello.
Yes.
Okay, so hi everyone. I'm sure that as we've heard from all our speakers today, we've had a very impactful session. So far from the beginning of this, we've learned so much, and we're definitely grateful to God for our presenters and the fact that they also availed themselves to come speak to us and give us some tidbits and insights into the noble profession we find ourselves in. I just want to highlight the fact that we should definitely take whatever we've heard, into our little pockets and keep them as pearls so that we can recall them and also put them into practice as and when, and keep the habits of trying to constantly improve ourselves. Yes. So we thank God for our session today, and God willing, we'd like to see all of us and hopefully more of us also joining for our next sessions. Thank you all so much for being here, and thank you to our presenters and all contributors to our sessions. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Bridget Ofori. Please, as I said earlier, we would like for you to follow us on our various social media platforms. The link is in the chat box. Kindly join. Please click on the link. It's very simple. Instagram, X, and WhatsApp. I'm giving us just a minute to join the various platforms. Please follow us on our various social media platforms if you love what we are doing, and to receive updates for future programs as well. Kindly join, kindly follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and WhatsApp. And also for LinkedIn, for those on LinkedIn, you can follow us on LinkedIn as well. It's Medtransitions Global. So this is the last thing. This is the last activity. So please let's do it quickly so that we can close and then prepare for our meeting tomorrow, God willing. So kindly just click on the link. It's in the chat box for Instagram, Twitter, or X, and WhatsApp. And for LinkedIn, you can equally go there and look for Medtransitions Global. Okay. Thank you all so much once again for joining. A big congratulations to you. You are now a doctor. 6 years has come by so quickly. For those that did longer than 6 years, you still finished the school. As they said, school na yɛ den a wobɛwie. Yes, so we have completed, and we are really happy for you. Big congratulations to you all, and we hope that our program is really helping you and giving you an insight into what the future holds for you. It might seem scary, but rest assured, as others have done it, you'll be able to do it. As we always say, you'll be fine. Yes, you will definitely be fine. Yeah, and you would not just be fine, you will thrive. Yes, you will do so well. Yes, so thank you all so much for joining today. I would want an incoming first year house officer, anyone who is touched, to kindly pray to end the session for today. Any doctor, incoming house officer who is touched, please volunteer to pray. Okay, so it looks like nobody is touched to pray. Yeah, so I'll pray to end. Father, Lord, we thank you so much for today. We thank you for an amazing session. Thank you for all the lessons that you have taught us about finances and about the various experiences from our doctors from the various hospitals. We thank you so much for all that you have taught us in this session. And we pray that all the information we have gathered here today would go a long way to shape our path for the future, to help us and to make the journey ahead of us smoother, even as you continue to lead us and direct our path. We pray for a peaceful night, and we pray committing tomorrow's program into your hand that it's going to be even better than today's own, and we are going to crown it all with great success. We give you all the glory for hearing us and answering our prayers in Jesus' name. Amen. Once again, thank you for joining. A big congratulations to you. We are proud of you, and we are proud of the greater things that you are going to do. Medtransitions Global. Your future is our focus. Bye. See you tomorrow.